set to kick off.
It's the Cam Sutton. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Cameron Sutton on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me.
A lot of pride in their performance.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Connor, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Mixon's the ball carrier.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Yeah. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
On 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Intended for Gerald Everett. Incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Burrow. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
It's now 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Burrow will throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll give it to Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on first and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Burrow looking to pass. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
55, Mike, 55. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Champ 60, Champ 60. Mike 55, check 55, Mike. Check back.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The kick is no good. The score remains tied, 0-0.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ready? 230.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll run here with Connor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Sam
for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal. A sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
The kick is good.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
7-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, they're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Taken down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Intended for Gerald.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
In your face. Check 24, check 24. Jump. 19 tight.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
1-yard gain.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Burrow took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd. P-Rod trying to pound it in. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down.
He's got a man. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. He's going to take another shot here. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So thanks to the late and abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Chris Boswell.
All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Burrow. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now Burrow on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. And Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense. And now, as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Burrow's pass.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's up and good. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here. and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
At the 44-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. First down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
On 2nd down, Burrow over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
To Joe Mixon.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
For a Cincinnati Bengals.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Joe Mixon.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
He's tackled.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to winning the battle.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ebron caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Connor. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down.
James Conner on the handoff.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick.
By the Steelers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Tonight.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.